Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Grounded by Yoga. My name is Steve, and today we will start 3 days stress detox challenge. So today we will focus on grounding ourselves to create a safe space for releasing or for self-reflection, basically. So if you are ready to start, we'll start with a short meditation. So find your sitting position, sitting on a block to elevate the buttocks and find a neutral spine. Head over pelvis and slightly draw the navel toward the spine to engage the core. Open up the chest, relax the shoulders. Palms facing up in Gain Mudra. Index and thumb fingers slightly touching, extending the other fingers in front. And allow the eyes to close down if that's okay for you today. And before we start any movement, we will take a moment to welcome ourselves into this challenge. Just 3 days, but always practice with intention. So what are you looking for? What is your expectation from this challenge? Are you showing up to release stress? Might feel a bit overwhelming. You have difficulty coping with life challenges. You want to feel more relaxed, more at ease in your life. Or simply you want stretch, open up the body. Anything that is driving you on the mat today and for the next 3 days. What is your intention? And before we start, I just want to remind you that there might be dogs barking, people talking in the background. So try to keep your awareness inward. It can be triggering for some people. So I just wanted to remind you that might be some noises in the back. And now bring your hands to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. And let's all take one slow deep inhale through the nose. And open the mouth. Exhale, let it go. Oh. Welcome yourself to your practice. And interlace your fingertips in front of you. You can open up the eyes if they are closed. And as you inhale, extend your palms forward. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your palms toward the ceiling. Exhale, relax the shoulders, lengthening the spine even more. Inhale there. And as you exhale, release your hands, interlace your fingertips behind your back. And as you inhale, extend your palms backward, your fingers, your knuckles backward, slightly opening up the chest, maybe looking up, if that's okay for your neck. And as you exhale, release your hands on your lap and release the block or any props that you are using to sit. And come to sit in the back of your mat, knees wide as wide as the yoga mat. Then the toes are touching and come up onto your fingertips. Take one slow deep inhale through the nose as you lengthen the spine. And as you exhale with kindness and love and compassion, walk your hands forward, bring your forehead onto the floor. Adho Mukha Virasana, downward facing hero pose. So here, if your forehead doesn't reach the ground, you can always place your forehead on block or making fist with your hands and resting your forehead on top of your hands, on top of your fist. And let's take a moment here, few breath, mindful breathing here, grounding ourselves, taking time to move into the practice. This posture helps us to open up the groin area as well and lengthening the spine, the back, the lower back. So it's a great position to start with, to start gentle, to ground ourselves and center into kindness, taking the time to breathe mindfully. So today I want you to integrate the principle of Ahimsa, non-violence. Non-violence, we very often think about non-violence as non-physical violence, but it can be more than that, and we will have a look, some reflection at the end about what can look like violence into our daily life. And let's take 2 more mindful breaths here. And on your next inhale, extend your palms forward. And as you exhale, come up onto your hands and knees. And step your hands about 1 hand span forward. Tuck the back toes under. Take 1 inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, send your hips up and high. Downward facing dog, down dog. Start to walk your dog, extending 1 leg at a time. Pressing all fingers firmly into the mat. Keep micro-bending the elbows. And here there is an external rotation of the shoulders. And once you, after a few deep breaths here, start to find stillness. Slightly tuck the chin to the chest, looking toward the toes. Trying to reach the heels into the floor, but trying to keep micro bend in the knees, avoiding to walk on the joint. 1 more breath here. And on your next inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands and lower the back knee down and tuck the back toes. Here, options to bring your hands on top of your right thighs or interlace your fingertips in front. Make like a pistol with your index fingers. Extend your arms forward. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Maybe looking up, if that's okay for your neck. Low lunge, Ashva Sanchalanasana. 2 breaths here. Pressing firmly the front foot and the back leg into the floor to find balance. And on your next inhale, bring your hands on the mat, tuck the back toes under, and as you exhale, step back to down dog. 3 breaths here. Going to enjoy this moment of stillness, to be with yourself and to listen to what comes from inside. It can be challenging for some people, but it means that the practice is working. And on your next inhale, shift your left knee to the chest and step your foot Forward, lower the back knee down and tuck the toes. Option to come up with your hands resting on top of your left thighs, or interlace your fingers the opposite side this time. Extend the arms forward. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Breathe slow, deep breath here. And on your next inhale, palms on the floor, on the mat, tuck the back toes under, and step back to down dog. 3 breaths here. With kindness and compassion. If there is any thoughts, any feelings, any emotions arising, try to bring some kindness into your practice. It's okay if it's challenging. It's okay if we need a rest as well. And on your next inhale, slowly walk your feet between your hands, hands on chin. Inhale, lift up halfway. Tuck the chin to the chest, flat back. And exhale, fold forward, hands on the mat. Bend the knees, slowly rise up. Arms overhead, Urdhva And exhale, hands alongside you. Find your Tadasana, the mountain pose at the top of the mat. And let's take some mindful breath here. In Tadasana, lift the arches of the mat. Keep pressing all toes firmly into the floor. Micro-bending the knees. Engage the quads to lift up the kneecaps. Strong legs. There is a slight tuck of the chin. There is a slight tuck of the tailbones under. Draw the navel toward the spine to engage the core. Open up the chest, relax the shoulder blades down. Fingertips are pointing toward the floor. Tuck the chin to the chest and draw the crown of the head toward the ceiling. This is the foundation of all our standing posture. Tadasana, the mountain pose. And start to bring awareness into the sole of your feet, touching the mat, the floor, grounding ourselves into presence. 2 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, bring your hands on your hips and step your left foot back, train track, hip width distance apart, and turn your right toes slightly out. Keep squaring the front hips to the front edge of the mat. Inhale, open up the chest, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, bend the front knee near over ankle. Option to keep the hands where they are or to bring them in front of the chest in Anjali Mudra. Or on the next inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Options to bring the palms touching, looking toward the thumb. 6 slow deep breath here. Find stillness. Strong legs. Engage your core. Slightly lean forward to avoid any back bend. Pressing firmly all corners of the back foot and front foot into the floor. Feeling the connection with the ground. Stabilize the posture. 3 more breaths. Welcome the heat, welcome any sensation, any emotions. And know that you can always Find your Balasana or Warrior One, Balasana or down face warrior pose. And on your next inhale, bring your hands to the heart center. And exhale, step forward. Right foot to meet the left in Tadasana. And let's take a moment to sense any sensation, any difference between both legs. One is perhaps feeling lighter than the other one. Prana moving more freely. Prana is the life force, the energy. And hands on your hips. Step your left foot back this time. Find your foundation. Feet or hip width distance apart. Keep squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bend the front knee, knee over ankle. Options to bring your hands to the heart center and Anjali Mudra, or to sweep your arms overhead and to bring the palms touching. Warrior One. 6 slow deep breath here in silence. Last breath here. With kindness, compassion. And on your next inhale, bring your hands to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. And exhale, step forward, hands alongside you, Tadasana, and prepare to move. Bend the knees. On your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. We'll go for a Vinyasa. Bend the knees, fall forward, hands on the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your hands on the mat and step back to plank, Kumbhakasana. Let's take 2 mindful breaths here. Long line from the top of the head to the heels. And lower the knees down and tuck the toes. Allow yourself to go all the way down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press the top of the feet into the mat. Forehead into the floor. And on your next inhale, lift up half cobra. And exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under. And step back to down dog. 3 mindful breath here. And we'll go for another vinyasa. You're welcome to stay here or to go into Balasana. Or as your next inhale, lean forward, find your high plank. Exhale. Next inhale, come to on the top of your toes. Exhale, lower, bend the elbows halfway. Options to cobra or roll over the toes. Extend your arms. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And as you exhale, step back to down dog. 3 breaths. And with kindness and compassion, lower the knees down and tuck the toes and allow yourself to roll on your back. Find your lying down position, laying on your back. Take a mindful breath here, finding the ground, our foundation for stability in life. And hug the knees to the chest. Take a mindful deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, send your knees to the right side of your mat. Extend your left hand to the left side. If that's okay for your neck, look toward the left thumb and rest your right hand on top of the left thigh. Supine twist. Ending this session with twist to bring equilibrium between the energies. Between the moon and the moon and the sun energy, masculine energy and feminine energy, which we all experience during the days. 2 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, bring your knees to center. Hug them gently. Exhale there. Take a slow deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, shift your knees to the left side. Extend your right hand to the right side, looking toward your right thumb, if that's okay for your neck. And allow the eyes to close down for a second. For 4 natural breath here. A bit more than a second. Releasing tension around the lumbar spine here. A great posture to let go and to surrender to anything that can come our way. And on your next inhale, bring your knees to center. Hug the knees to the chest with kindness and compassion. Take a normal deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, extend your legs in front. Rest your hands alongside you. Allow the feet to fall to the side. Feet are slightly wider than the hips. Shavasana, the corpse pose. Let's take a mindful, deep breath through the nose to let go before we rest for the next 5 minutes. Inhale. And as you exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Ground yourself into kindness. Surrender to Ahimsa, non-violence. Rest for the next 5 minutes here. Try to keep your awareness to the breath. And start to deepen the breath. Come back to your body, your space. Gently, with kindness, start to move your fingers, the toes. Perhaps you would like to interlace your fingers and extend your hands, your arms overhead. Take a big stretch overhead. And you might like to hug the knees to the chest. And roll over the right side of your mat. And let's take 2 natural breaths here in a fetus position. We're slowly making our way to sitting. Where we will end the practice today. So slowly pressing up. Find your starting position. Sitting on a block, on a cushion, even on the floor if that's comfortable for you. And rest your hands on your knees, palms facing down, Gain Mudra. Relax the shoulders. Relax the features of the face, the jaw, the tongue, the cheek, the space between the eyebrows, fully relaxed, the forehead, relaxed. So let's reflect together on this principle, Ahimsa, part of the yamas in yoga philosophy. Ahimsa is translated as non-violence, one of the ethical and moral code of conduct of yoga. So this principle is teaching us how to live in a non-violent environment. So non-violence is often thought as physical violence, but it can be more than that. When we are rushing to go to work, rushing after the bus, the autobus, rushing in the morning, not taking time to have breakfast. The quality of sleep can be harmful to ourselves. Negative self-talk and negative talk of others can be harmful for ourselves and for others. So being mindful on how we talk to ourselves, what are our thinking patterns, how do we treat ourselves in everyday life. Let's take a moment to reflect on those questions. How do you sleep at night? Do you have the best quality sleep you ever had those time? Or do you have difficulty sleeping at night? What can you change in your life to have better sleep? Can you go to bed earlier? Can you meditate? Or maybe practicing even a 10 minutes yoga practice to relax and release tension of the day. How is your diet? If you are drinking a lot of coffee, can you make your daily routine to 1 or 2 coffee per day? If you are smoking, can you and looking forward to stop smoking? If you are drinking, can you looking forward to stop drinking? All those patterns, those negative actions is harmful to ourselves and to our spirits, our soul. Being more aware of the way we live in daily life can change our life. Bring your hands to the heart center, Nanjani Mudra, and bow your head to your hands in a sense of gratitude for yourself, your body, for showing up today for this first day together. Thank you, everyone. You can open up the eyes, they are closed. Thank you for showing up and sharing this time, this online space with me. I really enjoyed today's class, and take some time to reflect on those questions. Yoga is not only physical practice, it is also self-reflection and being able to be kind to ourselves. Remember this principle of Ahimsa. And it's time to say bye to each other. So I hope we will see each other tomorrow. So take care of yourself tonight and have a wonderful time. Namaste.